Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome to Ardent Mages on Endless. I have to admit, I've never actually completed a successful game with the Ardent Mages. I've won games with Ardent Mages, right? But I've stopped playing when I knew that I had won and not actually played it all the way. I realized by looking at my achievements the other day. So we're going to put the world shape on random. Let's just go... Now that the computer can play in the water, let's just actually take advantage of the randomizer. So in the last couple of series, I have not taken very good advantage of my naval options. The fact is, I find it very difficult to work the boats into my early game, and that may be true here, but I'm going to try really hard to get, at the very least, a boarding vessel tack and try to get out into the ocean. If you get even a single boarding vessel going, it's possible to get lucky, get a couple of completable quests, and end up with a sea region, or maybe even two sea regions early in the game, and doing that is tremendously valuable. We really, really have to go for it. So this is, I think, the first time I played Ardent Mages on the channel in a very long time, and right after we watched their opening cinematic, we're going to get into what makes the Ardent Mages special, and then we're going to see if we can't maybe win this game. I'm vamping, waiting for the cinematic. I like to start at the Empire select screen so you guys can see the defaults.
They are soft. They writhe in supposed discomfort at minor penances that the faithful would not even notice. Their sloth will be their undoing. Without the pain, they cannot touch the power. Use your eyes, or I will remove them in atonement. See that Auriga herself rise in anguish, as we all should. Join me in contrition and mortification, such as Auriga has never seen. Together, we will embrace the agony and make it our servant.
Yeah, so, they are good at controlling dust, and they've convinced themselves that it is magic that requires pain to operate. Because, you know, any sufficiently advanced technology is going to be confusing enough that some people are going to think that it's sorcery. You see this already, probably, with your parents and computers. Anyway, what makes the Ardent Mages special? First of all, power through pain. Pillars and spells. This is, we'll talk about the pillars and spells in a second here. What else do we have? We have dust mechanics. Nope, this stuff is all pure pillars and spells. The Painosphere. There's a lot of technology that we can research. Alright. So, the Ardent Mages have access to a group of temporary tile improvements called pillars, and a group of combat... I mean, they're spells. They're spells in combat. You can use spells in combat to affect the enemies. So, we start unlocked. The Arcana of Agility it gives us the Pillar of Speed. We can put the pillar down on a tile. All the pillars work this way. You pay a dust cost, put the pillar down on a tile, and it offers some benefit in the surrounding tiles. The Pillar of Speed lets our units move more quickly when they're adjacent to it. And it also gives us the Incantation of Haste. During combat, we can cast the Incantation of Haste on our units, and it gives them plus attack. Pretty cool. And we get to start with the Arcana of Matter. We're going to be using this one a lot more. The Pillar of Knowledge gives plus science to all of the adjacent tiles for 10 turns when you put it down. So we are going to be blazing through the first couple of tech tiers, hopefully. Provided things go well, provided we can afford to pay the cost for the pillar. And the way the pillars work, that they give resources to all of their adjacent tiles and stuff, is actually going to have a significant effect on the way we want to shape our cities. Ardent Mages cities don't triangle all that well. There's some other stuff that we're going to be doing. You'll see. And it also gives us the Incantation of Defense, which gives us plus defense on our friendly units, whatever. You know what? We might actually be better off talking about the pillars in terms of where they land in the tech tree. So you can see these are the two we started with, Agility and Matter. In Era 2, we'll have the opportunity to research the Arcana of Authority, which gives influence to all the surrounding tiles. The pillar gives influence to all the surrounding tiles. And the Arcana stuns the target and all adjacent units. This is huge. We'll be using that a lot. Like a lot. Also, this gives +1 Arcana level for all spells on our Empire. The spells have effects that scale And increasing their level not just increases the potency of the effect, but also generally increases the area of the effect. The stun hits a larger area. I believe at level 1, when your spell level is only 1, the stun only hits one person. And then at level 2, it hits that person and all the adjacent tiles. And I think at level 4 or 5, it goes another tile outward. It also lowers their defense, so you stun them, then you kill them. In Era 3, we gain access to plus level for all of our pillars. Leveling up the pillars levels up their benefits and the area they affect, just like the spells. And we get the Dust Pillar, which is pretty important, because obviously the pillars cost dust to place, so this will help us work up our economy a little bit more. And the Incantation of Deluge, which gives damage to all the units that it's cast on. Up here we have +1 spells, and the plus food pillar and a heal spell. And then up here we have another Arcana level for pillars. And our faction quest will also give us a level of Arcana for our pillars and spells at various points. These guys are a little tricky. I think these guys are the hardest to play in my opinion, but very powerful. So let's have a look at our starting tiles. We're back to not having any silly restrictions. We actually have access to all of the resources. We have a random map, so I really have no idea what to expect, which is exactly the way I like it. So which way should our hero go? Let's actually have these guys run up here. I'm going to pull the hero down into the left. The hero can search that room. Get some of that early XP. Let's talk about our starting hero. We have a support hero, which is pretty unusual. 3 range. The Ardent Fire trait, which a lot of our units have actually, converts percentage of lost life into attack bonus. That's our lost life. Our units have higher attack when their health is lower. When they're missing health. You want high max HP and a little bit of injury on your units. It's that whole pain into magic thing that they have going. And our hero has the increased fire ability, plus 75% attack on a friendly unit for 2 rounds. This is a buff that we can cast instead of attacking. Also, naturally, army damage boost 2, which is hard to pass up. We're going to want this to be a military hero. I do want to note, though, science boost 1. It's not crazy to have Zarcha Atenul go to your city for a while. And the Ardent... I know I keep closing it open. The Ardent Mage's skill tree is actually totally bananas. We might end up putting the Zarcha... Actually, we probably will end up putting Zarcha Atenul in our city for a while, doing Renaissance Thinker, and then pulling out to go into... Actually, this could be our second military hero, because of the plus reinforcement positions thing. Yeah, we might have Zarcha Atenul serve as a governor for quite some time, actually. I'm not sure what the best thing to do is. I definitely have less experience playing as the Ardent Mages than I have with a lot of the other factions, which is going to show a little bit. But hey, we understand how this legend works. We're going to make this happen. So now that we know the hero's not going this way, let's go ahead and search this. Awesome. Always search your starting ruins before you found the first city, because this quest will happen sometimes. Actually, there's 2 different quests that require you to... there's this, and then there's also a minor faction thing that asks you to found a city in the region, and you can get both of them in your starting region. So always search the stuff. So we have a nice anomaly here and a nice anomaly here. There's a pretty good one over this way as well. Let's have a look at the resource values. So if we found onto that, we go 9, 11, 6 with 1 dust. 1 dust is not going to work for us. I really like having 11 industry over 7 industry, but we need dust income because we're going to make big use of these pillars. Honestly, we maybe just found right where we're standing. We can expand out to the ocean in 2. Over here is not really viable. It's too far away. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, 80 free dust. Build a glass steel extractor and get a free weapon. Free artifacty weapon for your heroes. Pretty good. Alright, we will definitely need to accelerate that. We actually can just rush by this because of all the dust we found. We're not going to. What we're going to do instead is place a pillar. So plus 2 science on the tile of the pillar and all the surrounding tiles. So if we expand, we're going to place our new burrow right here. So I'm going to put the pillar right here. So you can see it's added 2 science to all the tiles. So now if we expand quickly over to here, will get the benefit of this tile having expanded science. And then obviously once we have two districts, we can put a pillar here and a pillar here, and both of them will be shunting a tremendous amount of science into the city. So we should see a very fast turnaround on our first research here. 3 turns, not too shabby. I could put down another one. It'd be 105. Yeah, what the heck? Let's try being really aggressive with this. Alright, so language square in 2. That's actually really nice. That's very convenient. And our faction quest comes. Slain! My brother, Verda Abaz, High Sunseeker of the mighty Al Rubit clan, is slain, struck down by unseen hands. And the cushion plumpers, the soft-bellied priests and commanders who buzz around the Saoshyant like flies around dung, they whisper in his ear that my hand played a part in his death. They whisper in his ear? The dead guy's ear? Oh no, the Saoshyant is a person. They whisper in the Saoshyant's ear that my hand played a part in my brother's death. Okay. Thus I, Zor Abaz, had no choice but to flee. What dark magics my brother entwined himself with I do not know, but what I know is that his loyalty to our people, his loyalty to our gods, was beyond reproach. Whatever path he'd set himself upon was one for the glory and protection of our people. I swear, as the stars are my witness, I will find the perpetrator and inflict on them the ultimate penance. And more than this, I will discover my brother's quest. His work will not die. We will stand united, the fiery branches lashing our bare backs, and revel in the ecstasy. Who will join me? That's the wrong punctuation mark for that. Parley with 2 villages to gather more information on your brother's death. Will I ever? Alright, so let's just get a little bit more vision here. Okay, so this region's not, like, super great. We have a couple of spots of black dust. We got something out of this. It was 30 dust. That's cool. We'll be able to parlay at the start of the next turn. We don't see our home region's minor village yet. It could be right there, or it could be over here. It could be up there. Okay, we see the glass steel mound that the quest mentioned. Well, I have to say, our terrain is not blowing my mind just yet. I do think our capital is in a pretty good position. Oh, I should have mentioned, by the way, guys, in case you're curious, you like to see it, play along, whatever, here's the seed value. And, of course, all of the generation presets. Alright. Language square up, mill foundry in 2. It's pretty good. It's pretty good to get that big burst of dust. Make sure there's no enemy ruin here, and get another 80 dust, or no enemy army. I think that's probably going to happen, right? Okay, worst case scenario, we have the second parlay this coming turn. I'm pretty sure we can't parlay with another village in the same region, right? I don't think that the quest will give us that unusual ability. So let's keep spreading out, looking for stuff. Within 5 turns, search... Oh! It spawned on the same ruin. I've never seen that before. Okay. Free break wall. I assume... Yeah. I figured that wasn't going to be it. Alright, well, we have to come back around here. Mill Foundry in 2. Our dust is running at a little bit of a deficit. I'm not happy about it. We need to get our Founder's Memorial up a little faster. Our settle was a little low on industry, unfortunately. We're going to have a second citizen next turn. I like this. I like an anomaly next to a river. There's a lot of resources on these tiles, although they're surrounded by weak tiles, so we'll see. Alright, 15 wine. There are rumors of rogue troops nearby. Go search those ruins. Okay, well... We're going to have to fight a little bit here. So we might want to turn our whole army around. Yeah, let's walk this way. Let's see if the minor faction village is down here. We can take a little bit of a detour and hit this. Alright, 30 dust. Return to this village when you're ready to give them 50 dust. I don't want to do that right now. Alright, we're going to get Renaissance Thinker, like I said. We're going to go ahead and put this hero on Governor duty at least for a little while. We'll see if we want to hold on to that. Alright. Trying to get some more vision on tiles, but also turn around. So we got 15 wine. We will use the wine, and this will solve our income problem by itself, pushing us up to Fervent. Yeah, so the minor faction could be right here or could be down here. We can't really go anywhere until these guys have gotten back to... Or we can't really move on the faction quest until these guys have gotten back to the region, so... Alright, well, our slow industry is coming to an end. So we have a pretty decent ranged unit with the Fire Rain ability, which means that when this unit attacks, it does some bonus damage to enemies that are adjacent to the target. I've seen in the comments a little bit that people are annoyed that my military strategy is basically just make ranged units, but I do it because it's a really good strategy, and it's gonna be what we do here again. Zealots are pretty good units, man. The Telsum Warlock that we have naturally has the Ardent Fire ability, just like our hero does, and they're basically fine. They do have, like you can see, they have 50 base damage. Really squishy, but really hard hitting. I suppose there's no reason for our hero to head back. Let's wander around a bit. Actually, you know what? Now that we have some income from the wine, maybe I do want to hit this quest and just see what they want. It's possible that they'll just want our hero to take a trip to their other village. And I think we're going to have this guy check down here. So I'm going to run this guy up this way. Let's get the rest of the tiles in our home region revealed. Ah, turns out they were up here. What do we got? Gorin. It's not awesome. As far as minor faction assimilation goes, I think the Haunts would be really good for us. Or Delvers, Sisters of Mercy are probably pretty bad. I'm going to go ahead and give them the 50 dust. Let's see what they want. Ah, they want 5 glass steel. Greedy. Okay, this region has wine, so this region is high value. It's also high value for strategic reasons. If we take Tychest, it's likely that we'll get Zigor for free whenever we feel like taking it. Alright, so let's get back home. I do want to actually get vision on those tiles. So yeah, we spawned way at the tip of our continent. Bring these Gorin 3 minor faction units. That's almost certainly not happening. What a shame. Alright, so as you can see, we're tearing through these beginning texts very quickly. Alright. Now we see all the tiles. And I guess you're not going anywhere from there. I suppose we should just parlay this. The hero's about to get warped back to deal with the faction quest, and then get placed as a governor. Okay, there's an Erisys region that wants to be colonized. Alright, sisters are pacified, 80 dust for us. Do I want to buy out the Empire Mids? Yes, I do. Let's get this stuff going. Alright. So I guess a settler in Tychest is definitely the move. There's a river, there's a couple of anomalies that are near the river. Ooh, Spiral Rock Peel is great. Look at all that industry. This is actually a really, there's a lot of good anomalies in this region. I'm not sure at all where we would want to settle. We could use this river, we could settle, I think I want to put a pretty large city in this region. There's a lot of very good land. There's some crappy deserty land in the middle of it, but... yeah, we want to get Tychest going quickly. Alright, so... everybody's close enough that we can do this. I'd love to find something else to search... yeah, here we go. With our hero before warping back there. Okay, 10 dies. I'll take 10 dies. I'm not going to use them just yet. And the reason for that is that using die will push us up 5 approval. Moving from 90 to 95% doesn't do anything. But when the wine wears off and we go back to 60% is only 60% is only content, but 65% is happy, and will give us a 15% boost to all of our resource outputs in our city. So I'm going to save the die for when the wine runs out. Alright. Search the ruin. Oh, they give you... Man, it's been so long since I played these guys, I forgot. It's not like the Forgotten Quest. You don't have to fight the units. You just get the units. Start searching the 2 ruins indicated on the map. Oh, boy. Where's the other one? Okay. Well, we can do that one. Alright, so we'll merge up. We'll search ruins. We'll fight guys. And then in 5 turns, when our hero's assignment cooldown is up, to the city with her. I like to, even when you have a hero that's intended to be used as a governor, I like to have them run around a little bit at the beginning, because you can gain health, or rather, experience points. You can gain experience very quickly at the beginning of the game. It's a really good way to start leveling up and getting those first crucial couple of governor skills. Alright, so we're rocking 11 dust per turn now, and we don't even have our Empire Mint finished. At this point, we probably should start working on our Alchemist Furnace, and then I think it's maybe time to research boats. We do have to make 2 burrows to get out there, so actually it won't make any sense to do it until we're at 4 population. That's when we'll be able to actually make something out of it. Alright, 23 per turn. We're getting there. It's starting to get pretty good. Our pillars have ended, and unfortunately we don't quite have enough to place 2. I'm going to wait 1 turn. You'll notice our science rate is actually not that good without the pillars. Searching these ruins has led to a dead end. How do we get over here? It must connect... Yeah, you can see this region here. The border goes up. Well, that's going to be a bit of a walk. Alright, He-Man needs to do probably this. And I'm going to wait 1 turn on the pillars. The reason for that being, each pillar's cost is based on the number of pillars that are already out. If we put down a pillar right now for 40, the next pillar will cost 105, which we can't afford right now. But after we hit next turn, we will be able to afford it. However, in 10 turns when the first pillar ends, putting down another pillar will cost 105 because we'll have 1 other pillar that's still up for 1 turn. If we let all of our pillars fall and then put them up all on the same turn in a group, the first pillar is super cheap. If we cycle pillars so that there's always at least 1 up, we never get that super cheap pillar drop. And now we have enough dust that we can drop 2, and so we shall. Okay. Actually, you know what? I said let's go settler, but maybe let's go burrow. Maybe we want to expand this city out more quickly? I don't really want to lose population is one thing I'm thinking. And this location gains us 5 food and 6 industry in addition to all the extra science from the pillars. You know what? Let's do that. We're going to expand a little bit more slowly, and we're going to focus on making the individual cities really powerful, I think. Alright, looks like the best way to go is this way. I'm assuming that we have to go around like this. Unfortunately, taking to the sea is not really an option. Shipyards that allow your units to embark are in Era 2. And our tech progress is going well, but it's not going that well. By having the units move as one contiguous group, we are... let's see. So this would be... Hold on. Let me finish my thought. By having the units move as one contiguous group, I'm doing 2 things. First of all, I'm decreasing the amount of dust we have to pay for unit maintenance, because we're paying the amount for that we'd have to pay for 4 units no matter what. But we're only paying 1 army maintenance fee. So we're getting a little bit more dust than we otherwise would. And in addition, we're giving more XP to our hero, because the hero's passive XP gain is based on the size of the army or the garrison in the city that the hero is commanding. Also, our hero gained a level. We will pick up another governor skill. This is +4 science for us, in the very near future because our city will have 2 anomalies. That's not that great. Plus 8 science is pretty strong. But it is worth noting that Firestarter is a great skill later in the game. Probably not right now. Right now we're just going to pick up another 8 and then another 14 science probably. Remember, this hero is not going to be a governor forever probably. So you can see we've dropped down to content, no effects. Hit the Y or hit the die, pushes us up to happy. And if we look at the individual cities, they'll be producing more food and industry from being happy. So getting some pretty good luck so far, I think. This has been a nice start. Right, if we could bring this village 5 glass steel, then the haunts would chill out. Alright. Yeah, I think boarding vessel. I was hesitating, I was like, maybe we should do mercenary market. But no, let's get boarding vessel. Let's try to get out there quickly. See if we can't snag a region or 2. We really have to... It chooses a ruin that's within a certain number of tiles, like total distance of your capital. It doesn't, I think, choose based on the length of the path to that. So we did get pretty bad luck on this. Oh, hey, what's up? A ruin. Okay, 40 dust. This region has Dorgeshi in it. Somebody has completed. Pacify 8 villages. We didn't look at the legendary deeds. So, obviously we know. Pacify 8 villages. This is a thing that would have been cool to have. Plus 15 initiative. Or 15% initiative forever. Be the first to have 30 units of one resource at the end of the turn. I know it says gather, and that's a little ambiguous because it could mean have gathered, but what it actually means is hold. You can see that our progression is 5 because the most we have of any resource right now is 5, rather than 15, which is what it would be if it was counting how much you had gathered, because we did get 15 wine. Oh well. Alright. Let's start working on that. We'll be able to hit the haunts with the glass steel on the way back, it looks like. And also, this will get us the weapon from the region quest. And then a settler, probably? Or maybe a burrow. It's going to be 7 turns. Is it a good idea to move some people back to food? I really want to get that second burrow. This makes it 3 and 3. And then we'll be able to build the burrow and then make the boarding vessel. And then we will make settlers. Settlers like crazy, I tell you. Alright. We have a... Oh, we actually can't do this. Wow. Look into Haunts Village and destroy it to pacify the Dorgeshi. Well, I guess this increases the value of getting the boats going. Shoot. Alright, we do... I guess we want to get cultivation. We only need 1 more tech to get to Era 2. Cultivation and geomic labs are both really important to us. Let's go all in on our linear. We're gonna get some more. And by the way, the geomic labs give +2 science on any region that has science. As long as a pillar, excuse me, as long as a pillar is causing there to be points of science on a region, the region is considered to have science. So the pillars play nicely with that. Okay, well, I think we're going to be zapping our hero back to the city now. Yeah. She's not going to be able to participate in that quest in any case. Let's just give the city 16 extra science per turn. Oh, sorry, it's more like 20. Yeah, so we're at 76 science per turn right now. We're going to hit Era 2 on turn 21, which is not a bad roll. Alright, we got the 37, which is a pretty good crossbow. Simulate the Dorgeshi minor faction to get some gold and dust. We could. Let's get our people over here. Actually, we should probably veer off and grab that ruin. Or the pearls, rather. Alright, we managed to get to 53 influence. So we definitely want to do this. I don't know that we want to do this because I don't know how much we're going to be... Yeah, I mean, we may as well. I don't know how much we're going to be doing people assigned to dust, but it's possible that we will so that we can push pillars and stuff. Alright, I'm going to build like this instead of onto the anomaly. Well, yeah. I'm going to build like this so that we wrap around the pillar a little bit. You can see there's still a space here that the pillar's feeding signs to that we're not getting. Wow, that takes a long time. If we put everybody on... Okay, we're still gaining food. It would be 491 to buy this out, 939 to buy that out. I think it's a good idea to get our boats going early, especially since we don't even see another player's border yet. I don't feel particularly pressured, space-wise. We do see another player's border down here across the water. Alright, I think we have to prioritize shipyard. This is unusual. I don't generally go for shipyard right away. But we're going to want, after that, Dust Purifier and Arcana of Authority. Both are very powerful. And in conjunction are even more powerful than they are alone. But we need shipyards so that we can complete our faction quest. There's no sense in not veering off to get this, since we have to wait a couple of turns before we can satisfy these guys anyway. And then Tychest is our settle. Once we can eventually build a settler. Yeah, pillars are running out, but we're doing really well on dust. Okay, it is still separated by water. I was starting to think that maybe there was actually a land bridge here. Okay. We can reinstate both of the pillars. I know we're making quite a lot of dust, and then we're pushing it right back out the door just as quickly. But trust me, it's worthwhile. Alright. So... we're going to get over there just about as we get 5 dust. Unfortunately, we did not get over there quickly enough to stop them from spawning units. But now we have Shipyard. We can pacify the haunts and then cross the water and finally get our faction quest going. And the die has run out. All of our fancy income is gone. So we need to get cultivation. We need to get our spells. Man, we need to do a lot of things. We have a lot of very pressing concerns. We need to get some titanium going so that we can build alchemy workshops as well. That's really important. I'm actually going to go to Central Market a little earlier than I otherwise would. We have a source of glass steel already, and we could use the food and dust from the approval. Alright, so we have some neighbors pretty close by. We want to make sure that we get our territory picked up quickly. I don't know how long it'll be before they start sending units over the ocean, but it's not going to be that long. Alright, 3 pacified villages is going to really ramp up the initial value of this city. Unfortunately, there's cliffs all along the ocean here. So we're going to have to, worst case scenarios, we have to go through off the north side of this region. And we get to run through a ruin while doing that. So I'm not exactly broken up about it. Yeah, this is the slowest second settle I've done in a very long time. Keeping to one city has helped to... Wait, I thought we knew this was... Seriously, this whole region is cliffs? Oh, we got 70 dust. Yeah, Jesus, there's not a... Alright. I thought for sure that I had looked at that and seen beach. Apparently we have to go all the way down here. Well, that was a waste. Alright, remember we want to try to have 145 dust in the bank every 10 turns, basically. Alright, the burrow is helping things out. We got another citizen born shortly before the settler, so... Or no, we didn't. We had food. We just haven't been generating food. That's why the food bar's so low. So we're not actually going to get our city down until almost turn 40. Yeesh. Well, here's hoping that the high value of the city balances that out. Alright, from this tile we can launch. So next turn we'll be in the right place. So we need to take Tychest and Ziegor probably shortly afterward. Tychest does have titanium, which is good for us. Alright, finally we can get into the water. I wish I'd realized that I was going to need shipyard so badly, because then I would maybe have not bothered to get boarding vessel. We can just search the ocean with our units. So we don't particularly need to push Arcana for spells until we're fighting. Or at least until we have the possibility of fighting. So I'm actually going to keep researching infrastructure stuff. Let's go back and pick up cultivation. And we're going to have to pick up open pit mining as well so that we can actually get the wine. Fortunately, we have the science output necessary to be like tearing through these really quickly. Alright, it's going to eat up our whole turn embarking. And we don't exactly know where we're going. Look at the transport ship graphic for these guys. It's so cool. Honestly, this is the first time I've played these guys since Tempest came out. We need to hurry up and get this done so that we can rededicate to clearing the minor factions that have spawned already. Oh, that village just got burned down. See, our units briefly got caught in the combat area. So we only have 3 move in the transport ships. That's awkward. Alright, well, we'll do this. Oh, God. Alright, well, the good news is that they can't spy on us until they actually see one of our cities. So let's hope that that doesn't happen anytime soon. They are going to attack us just because they are creatures made entirely of malice. Oh yeah, somebody entered Era 3. Yeah, they're creatures made entirely of malice, and so they are going to attack us despite the fact that it is not really beneficial to them to do so, just because they hate. We're going to try to get these settlers moving out here quickly so that we don't get caught by that minor faction. I'm pretty sure there should be one Haunt minor army walking around Tychest. We want to save our ability to retreat for getting away from that. Oh, I should set a research, yeah. We're going to need this. If these guys attack us, we will... Well, they're pretty injured. Now we'll fight. I guess unless it looks like they might bring reinforcements. In fact, we can't know. We should retreat if they attack us. We don't get to know because they'll be stealthy. Alright, ambushed. Destroy those who would keep you from your quest. Damn, I thought for a second Purple might fight our quest army for us. Alright, so let's have a look at these guys. So the Zealots have, like I said, Ardent Fire. They are fast, which gives them +1 battle movement, so their battle movement is 3. And they have Sweep Strike Back, due to the weapons they have equipped. And then here we have Fire Rain, deals normal damage to the target and 50% of the opponent's 50% to the opponent's next to the target. This is not an army where you want to run just ranged units. You want to have melee units that you can help corral your opponents together so you can get maximum damage out of Fire Rain. Here, however, there's not really a lot of science to apply. I guess I should maybe have separated my guys so that we wouldn't both get hit by the circular strike. Yeah, that was a mistake. We took too much damage. But it's a pretty straightforward battle. The Ardent Mage units are very high damage. They're extremely powerful, but it's very easy for them to die. The air assist from a region called Iwith. Is that the region over here that we... No, it's not. This region is called Skyen. Oh, they're from the region that we're in. Sorry, what am I supposed to be doing? I got all focused on finding the region. Find the village and parley with them to learn more about what's going on. So we have to find a village in this region and parley. That's a shame. I really wanted to use my last movement point of the turn to leave. The Dish of Kanuk. A worker in the Koldruk Hive, charged with cooking the victory stew after the siege of Volgi. Kanuk and his shield made an unexpected encounter with an endless artifact. Kanuk went mad, sadly, but his humble cookpot was transformed into a formidable defensive weapon. Wow, this is an adamantian shield. Interesting. Okay, that's the village we need to parley with. So, where exactly do we want to settle? Let's pick our location. I'd love to play with the spiral rock peel, but it's too far away from all the really, really high value tiles. So we could found right here. We could, I guess, found right here and try to take advantage of both of those anomalies. We found right here and try to reach out to this one. I think this is the right one. We probably will go back and get Aqua Pulvistics because the city's going to end up with a huge number of river tiles. Yeah, I think this is the winner right here. Actually, we're in the region now. We can do a little bit of searching around. So 7, 9, 11. Well, you know what? There's literally no science here, and there's only one science. Or there's 3? Oh, there's one under the village. So this is 5, 9, 3, 10 versus 7, 9, 11. We can make there be science over here, though, with our pillars, and then get geomic labs to feed off of that. It's not totally ideal. Man, maybe I do just want to found on this one. Yeah, let's do it. One tile to reach out to here, grab 2 more science, and 10 approval, by the way. Yeah, this is going to be the round. Puts us right on the coast. We can start making boats right away. I think this is good. We will still be using both of the pillars over here for the moment. The third pillar is very much more, 200. It's probably not worth considering a third pillar for us right now. Even if we could afford it, I don't think I would place it. Right, we'll be able to build the open pit mine pretty much right away. Our city's too close to the shore. They're going to be able to see it. Hate. Okay. The Irises hold an artifact belonging to your dead brother, the Transcendent Rod of Verda. Requires Hyperium to equip. Defeat their army and reclaim your brother's possession. Ah. More Irises. Okay. So what do I want to do here? Units are good. Seed storage is good. More settlers would be good. Central market. Let's start buoying up. We can get to a place where we can have fervent approval pretty easily with the wine, but we're going to need central markets to do it. Our approval won't be high enough without a little push. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe a minor faction village didn't spawn here. Anyway, let's set this order. And let's deal with this nonsense. Okay, so this time we're going to want to not take extra damage for no reason. That's, like, pretty important. This is a problem, actually. I don't like this. They're really close to us. We can't get far enough back to not take damage. In fact, we can't get far enough back, like... One of them is going to move right here and hit both of these guys, despite the fact that they shouldn't be able to because of the cliff. I'm pretty sure the circular attack works over elevation. So they'll attack here and hit both. But I think this is the safest thing to do. Yeah, and then everybody tries to kill that guy. Oh, no, he didn't. He went to the side. And then this guy is stuck in the trees, so that actually was the best possible way that could have gone down. You can see us projecting some damage out here. Alright. Nobody can move adjacent to this warlock, or to this zealot this turn, but they will be able to next turn. So let's make sure we move first. I do want to point out the spells. So we could give some defense to somebody. We could give some attack to somebody. You can see they cost dust. We're not going to bother. We've got this fight in the bag. I don't think it's necessary to expend any resources. We should even... Actually, I should have realized that that was going to do that much damage and have the second zealot target this guy. Because, obviously, the splash damage from the second shot would have killed that guy. It wouldn't have made the difference in letting our warlock survive, probably, but it's obviously always better to do the smarter. Okay, they want us. They're not making any secret of that. We need to get off of this area immediately. Pacify at least 5 villages within your empire. Well, as soon as we settle Zikor, we'll be done with that, and we get exotic alloys out of it. Tier 3 weapons made of titanium or glass steel, and we don't have to research the Tier 2 tech. That's fantastic. I'm a big fan of that. The Tier 3 weapons, actually, we may still need to research Tier 2 and use Tier 2s a little bit, because the Tier 3 weapons are very good, but they're also extremely expensive. We gotta mash this button to get our guys out of here before the purple guys catch us, because if they catch us, we'll have to retreat. We probably won't be able to win the fight, and our warlock will die in the run, during the retreat. Okay, Tychest is up. So Tychest needs to do, all the basic city stuff. How quickly can we get this done 3 turns. Okay. We're going to have some income problems for a little while. We probably should do that order. Remember, the city doesn't have a lot of science naturally. Geomic labs will be +6 in this location. I think we have 3 different tiles that give 1. So it's not nothing, but... Alright, we gotta get out here. We gotta kill that minor faction army before they start sieging the city. It'll be easy enough to kill them with these 3 because we'll have the backup of the garrison. Do we need to take Skyene next? Or should I... let's just go to Zikor because the population's all prepared for us and everything. I want to get this central market done quickly. I know that I'm playing a little bit less expansionistic than I usually do. I'm just partially I'm a little nervous, if I'm being honest. Right. It's going to take us an extra turn to make landfall this way, but I wanted the pearl. Okay, huge amount of extra influence for us. That's nice. We're going to speculatively skip this for now. I ordinarily would go to here at this point. Let's get... This spell isn't super useful until we have this, so let's get these 2 together. We'll learn how to build zealots eventually. When purple starts doing horrible stuff to us. Until purple puts some pressure on us, I'm happy to use this as building time. God, look at all the science that pillar is radiating out to us. We have 6 of the 7 tiles that the pillar affects, so this pillar is giving us 12 extra science per turn. It's beautiful, man. Alright, I think, actually, I may interrupt Tychest's build here to get the open pit mine up now that we've got that going. How many turns are we looking at on that? 2? Yeah. Let's get that started. So let's pull wine extractor up to here. Do I want to build a titanium extractor? I don't think I do. I think we're just going to burrow onto the thing. So, geez, 11 turns? Man. Yeah, we're gonna need to not have everybody on industry. We're gonna have to make some changes around here. Alright, let's go get these guys. I do play the game up at the sort of strategic view level a lot. And I apologize, the game is so damn pretty that it is a shame to miss out on all of the art. It just gives me the largest amount of viewable space. So these guys are really, really fast, right? Yeah, 4 speed. So we can't make our warlocks, or we can't make our zealots invulnerable. Oh, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, never mind. We can't put our zealots in a place where they can't be hit. So you go over here. You're gonna spend the entire fight in stand your ground mode. I guess let's do something like this. If he veers off for the Warlock, I think the Warlock will survive a single hit, and it'll mean that we get to kill him. Oh, I did put our guys on top of a reinforcement flag. Dumb. That was a bad move. Our hero is similarly high damage, just like our units. So I actually don't want our hero to cast buffs. I want our hero to focus on murder. We did a lot less damage to that guy on the counterattack than I was expecting. 16. That doesn't seem right. There, okay, there's a real number. The Zealots don't have nearly as much damage as the Warlocks. I'm just a little nervous about the Warlocks, dying. We're actually going to lose our Zealot here. I wasn't expecting 16 damage. That caught me off guard. I think the hero should be able to wrap this up. Yeah, that was surprising. Hero's doing fine work. We're just going to push the science up, plus 14 more. So our capital is on 106 science right now. 106 per turn. We had to clear this village. Didn't they want us... Are they the ones that wanted the minor faction heavy army? Yeah. Well, I mean, we could build haunts. It's not necessarily insane. And then maybe not destroy the village. How expensive is a haunt to build? I imagine pretty expensive. Minor factions usually are. So 114 for a warlock, 399 for an ended. Yeah, never mind. We'll just burn the village. Unfortunately, it's far enough from the capital that I don't think we're going to get reinforcements, which means that we may need to build some units first. Man, look at this region. Look at the... Hold on. I didn't really look at the terrain here. God, look at... This settle would be so good. Holy crap. Or right here, there's a river and a cluster of anomalies and dragon tree. Who doesn't love a dragon tree? Okay. We're going to have to make purple a priority because I want their land. They don't have this yet, but they will soon. Also, because screw the Forgotten is why. Boarding vessel will be 3 turns. After we finish the central market, I think it might be... I've delayed this a lot longer. I didn't want it to be turn 40 before I built my first boat. It would have been different if there was a lot more obvious water. We have a lot of not sea regions, though. Oh, no, we do get the village. Or we do get the city garrison involved. Okay. Somebody has won the Adamantian. I noticed that this legendary deed still hasn't been claimed. Now, granted, it's only 130 emeralds, and emeralds are terrible. But it's 130 of them, which is at least, you know, we can make a reasonable trade. Alright, let's just kill him. We'll include the city. Play defensively. Try not to lose any more actual units. Alright. We'll let the city take the brunt of this. You stay put. Alright. Don't you attack that hero. Damn it. Well, now they've stopped up our reinforcement slots so that they can push our... That sucks. So that they can push our ranged units. Wow. Survival. That's crazy. Why are they so obsessed with my hero? Alright, please just finish him off. Okay. I mean, it worked out. It was weird. Okay, Ziegler needs to get settled. Gonna move the faction quest along. I would have liked the gold, but, you know. Alright, we've got wine coming in. This is not the best start ever, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Alright, I might want to pull some people off of industry now, so that we can get to having a functional food income. I need to expand out. And once we get this tile, we're going to have so much extra food that we won't have to worry about it anymore. So I can do this for 1 turn, get to 4. finish the Empire Mint next turn, and then burrow onto this, get all of our income going, and then the pillars can be here, and we'll get even more value out of them. Okay, I think this is a real strategy. I think we might actually be able to do this. So I guess for now, let's go and explore, find some more ruins, find some more minor factions to party with. Once we have our boat, Ikime probably makes another settler. Populations are growing all over the place. Look at that output gain. I mean, the 4 influence is temporary, but still. For a single borough, that's pretty incredible. Alright, so Ziggor doesn't have any doesn't have any luxuries, has only the 1 strategic, but it does have 2 already pacified villages, which is lovely. And we still don't see any encroachment onto our borders by land. We might be by ourselves on a landmass. In fact, I would say it's even likely. Bring a settler to the ruins. Okay. It doesn't consume the settler, if I remember correctly, so we might do that just while we're settling, while we're starting to put that together. Alright, let us build the settler here. 4 turns is not awesome. This is a really late second city. But you can see here, we're going to get the Pillar O Science and another one. Can I put them on water? No. Alright. That's pretty good. Somebody else got the emeralds. That's a shame. I mean, my strategy was just to wait for the wine to build up, so it's not like we were really going for it hard. Alright, let's... Yeah, east, I think. South seems like there's probably not a sea region down here, because the way these things are fitted together so tightly. Alright, yeah, it's not going poorly. Not the most exciting start ever, but it's not going poorly. We do get a nice big batch of pearls here, so we'll be able to build our altar somewhere. Sign a peace treaty within 10 turns, so that's very unlikely. Ah, we do have somebody encroaching on us. Red Vaulters, it looks like. Not excited about that at all. Alright, well, all of a sudden, we have a need for a military. Okay, this is an actual sea region, you can tell because there's weather. There's 1 tile of sea right here as well. There's a little bit of weather effect in there earlier, I saw. Alright, looks like the free influence from anomalies has ended. We made good use of it while we had it. Oh no, is this an inland... This is a very contained little... Okay, I guess we are going south. Man, it doesn't seem like there's very much water on this map at all. I guess that's a possibility, isn't it? Map with very little water. That is one of the things that can happen. Alright, well. Okay, so we've got our extractor up now. We've got all of the great stuff here. This city is really turned out very high value very quickly. So let's verify that it is in fact the case that, yeah, we are landlocked. And turn back around. We'll try to go through the south here, I guess. We've been attacked by a wandering army, which is not awesome. I think we're going to have to run from it, which sucks. Alchemy Workshop, please. We actually have some income now. Yeah, run away. Run back to Tychest. Okay, 50 free dust. I have to say, I do feel like we've gotten pretty lucky with the ruins. A lot of dust. No lust for loot or anything, but not bad at all. And we're just about coming up on an hour here, so I think this is where we're going to call it for this episode. Come back next time. We have some serious problems advancing on us very quickly. We're going to have to make some plays here. And we'll see you then.